Now, of course, the launch of any new Commodore is pretty big news for Australians, and the VF Commodore is now out and about. But as with any Commodore, it's about a lot more than just the family sedan. Meet the latest version of the humble ute. Like the sedan, the latest Holden ute gets fresh styling at the front, which brings with it a lighter aluminium bonnet designed to reduce fuel use and improve performance. There are also some new colours, including this very orangey fantail. But the rear end hasn't copped the same styling overhaul and carries over from the VE model it replaces. It's all about saving a few bucks. Underneath as well, there aren't wholesale changes, so the ute continues with the same basic independent suspension, albeit tweaked for the VF. One of the most impressive things with the ute is how car-like it feels. It's always been a fairly car-focused ute, but a few more of those revisions, a little bit of that quietening of various noises, and it really does come up as an impressive car that can also take a decent load. And of course inside, the ute gets all those Commodore trinkets, all the things that make it feel a bit more special. So the fancy dash, decent seats, suede covering on them. It's a pretty upmarket machine. Now Holden makes no bones about the fact that the ute is more sporty than work vehicles, so it looks the business both outside and in. And of course, it still does thoroughly ute things. Sending its power to the rear wheels and with not much weight over that tray, it's not difficult to have some fun if you're in the right environment. Now for the VF, nothing's changed when it comes to output. In this SV6, that translates to 210 kilowatts of power, or up to 270 kilowatts if you opt for the 6-litre V8. So when it comes to performance, well, it's no V8 and it certainly doesn't sound like one, but there's a reasonable amount of go. Not the sexiest sounding engine in the world, but performance is certainly above average. The 6-speed manual continues, but with a shorter shift action. It feels a bit sportier, but it's still more clunky than sports car. Now this SV6 model gets the firmer sports suspension, so yeah, you feel it over the bumps, but where it really comes into its own is through corners and in quick lane changes. It's not the sharpest steering in the world, but for a ute, it's pretty good. And it's all in keeping with that whole big, muscly, I can carry big things sort of feel. All up, the latest Holden ute refines a brilliant formula. Great fun, car-like load lugger, that's also loads of fun.